Welcome back to the Yogilife channel. My name's Pops, coming at you from my yogi cave here beachside with another 3-minute drop of wisdom on today, Wednesday, April 23rd. This week you're in luck. Little Yogi chose a really good topic. It's called The Secret. If you haven't heard of it, it's based on a book by Rhonda Byrne that was released back in 2006. Encourage you to go out and get that book if you haven't read it. I actually keep a reference to it on my desk. It's a daily teaching by Rhonda Byrne. This is kind of what it looks like. I want to give my wife Norma credit. She turned me onto it back in 2006, but I can tell you that we leveraged it with our kids, still use it today. It's a very powerful tool. So we're going to get into it now. So let me give you an example of, a universal law. A universal law is something that applies to everybody all the time. Universal law of gravity, for example, doesn't matter whether you're a good person or a bad person. If you're standing on the roof of a building and you step off, you're going to probably hit the ground and bad things are going to happen. Okay, that's a universal law that we're aware of. The secret refers to a universal law that applies to everybody, but we're not all necessarily aware of it. That was the secret aspect of it. And it's called the law of attraction. And famous people like William Shakespeare have used it throughout history. It's been around since the beginning of time. But the idea is that first you need to become aware of it. So now I'm going to give you the wisdom of this book in a nutshell. So first it talks about thoughts are things. Your brain is like a magnet, and when you're thinking something, whether it's positive or negative, it has a frequency that goes out into the universe and attracts a like or similar thing back to you. So that's number one. Number two is, now that you're aware of this secret, you can actually start to leverage it to your advantage. So there's a 3-step process to do that they talk about in the book, and it's basically ask, believe, and receive. So you ask for something with very specific detail. You believe in it emotionally. Emotion is critical here, that you believe that this is going to work. And then finally you receive it. So you receive it in the way that you start acting as if you've already received it, and then that manifests and it comes into your life. So it's a powerful thing. The final third part to the wisdom is gratitude. Gratitude is the secret sauce or the turbocharger. We talk about it, a lot on this channel, gratitude. But gratitude means that you're already grateful and you're appreciative of the good things that you have in your life. If you use that in harmony with that process I just described, things will come into your life faster. So in summary, you don't need to fully understand how this works. You just need to be aware that it's out there and you can leverage it. For example, we don't all understand how electricity works necessarily, but we hit the light switch and the light comes on, right? So we can benefit from it. And I'll use a quote from Martin Luther King that applies. He said that, take the first step in faith. You don't need to see the whole staircase on how it works, but just take the first step. So that's what I encourage you to do. Leverage the secret. It's the law of attraction. If you like this message, hit that like and subscribe button. I will be back next week with another 3-minute drop of wisdom. Until then, namaste.